Alright, what is up guys? So we're a couple days later here, and we're gonna get started on this rebuild process of this motor. So I have the bottom end inside, it's actually warming up, and then so now I'm gonna start cleaning all these all this hardware up. Oh, and we also finally got some lights in here, so videos will be a little bit brighter. So yeah. So just take these bolts, clean them up. I'm probably just gonna do these for now. So these are the bottom ones that hold the bottom end together. And so yeah, we'll find all those, clean them up, then see what we do after that. All right, so we have all these cases here, the bottom end cases, and so now I'm just gonna prep them to get ready for the crank. And so what I need to do is just blow out everything. I also need to prepare this gasket surface for the cylinder, and I also need to prepare this surface, so when we mate them together with some gasket sealer, that they're perfect. So I'll get started on that, start cleaning up these cases, and just get them ready. Alright, so I'm actually just going to hit this with the wire brush. I'm not going to really dig into it, but I'm just going to make it clean enough for everything. So hit both sides, and then we should be good. Alright, so this has a little bit of rough spots that I'm just gonna touch up on, just so they're smooth. As you can see, it's pretty bad. Also right there, but yeah, I'm just gonna touch them up with the Dremel, and they should be good. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so now that I have both crank cases cleaned up, I'm about to pull all this wrapping off this crank that I had stored up for a while. Probably blow it off so it doesn't get any dust in the bearings and whatnot. But then we'll go ahead and place that in, face all the bearings or all the seals and stuff the right way. Get those little circle spacer things in, and then put some sealer on it and seal it up. So let's unwrap this crank. Alright, so we're here in the laundry room, actually, and I brought it in here because it's a lot warmer, and the gasket maker will actually like seal better in a warmer temperature. So as you can see, I have all the bolts. I just got the crank installed with all of the seals going the right way. And the metal spacers, don't forget those. So now I just clean the surface with some Windex and brake cleaner. I heard it works really good. So now I'm just gonna run a thin bead along this whole edge, and then put that bottom piece on, and then hand tighten these bolts and then you're supposed to wait an hour, let it dry a little bit, and then you can go ahead and crank it all the way down. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so as you can see here, we got all the gasket material all around. So now we're just gonna throw on this bottom plate and then bolt it up. You ready? Alright, so we just got all these bolts bolted in, and the gasket sealer or material or whatever, it's looking pretty good. So these are just hand tightened down, and we'll come back in about an hour and actually torque them to spec, or just whatever feels right with the impact gun. So yeah, almost have a complete bottom end. Alright, so now that we're waiting for the bottom end to dry, we're going to start on the cylinder. It's the best one out of the all the other ones I have, even though it is pretty rough, but you know it will still run for a little while. So now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up these ports. I mean, I'm not going to do an expensive port job on it, but I'm just going to go ahead and clean them up a little bit, just make them a little better than what it is with this Dremel tool. Got a 80 grit on there, see how that works. So we're gonna head and do that. Alright, so as you can see the difference, it's looking pretty good. I still have to finish the top and the sides and stuff, but I've just been using this little stone bit, but I'm running out of that, so I'm probably gonna have to go to these little sandpaper roll things. So do this, we're finish up this side, finish up that side, then probably do the exhaust and just match those up, make it run really good. Alright, so as you can see here, we got the intake ported, and as well as the exhaust ports. So honestly, I just did it, 10-minute job, probably won't make that much difference, but you know, it's worth a shot. So I know you're supposed to leave the intake a little rough, so I'll try to do that. So yeah, so now we're gonna have to clean up all these metal shavings. That's gonna be a pain in the butt, but so wire wheel this gasket surface, as well as the top head surface, and the exhaust manifold surface. Just wire wheel everything, get it ready for the fresh gaskets, and then when the bottom end dries, go ahead and throw the top on. So should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and start by cleaning all these surfaces. Alright, so now we actually have all the surfaces wire wheeled. So now we really need to start getting all this metal shavings out of the cylinder and stuff. So probably blow it off and then go give it a really good clean in the sink, most likely. So let's do that. Alright, so before I actually clean that cylinder, I needed a head bolt or a head stud, so I got this one off this spare cylinder, and now I'm just gonna thread it on. Alright, so we just got this thread in, but as you can see, it maxed out about right there, and all the other threads, they go in. So I'm gonna grab this head real quick and place it on there. And I don't know if you can see that, but it looks to be a little taller. So I'm gonna try to get a head stud off that cylinder over there and see if that makes any difference.